it back to you become the only clinical sexologist in this country. First of all, what inspires you to go into it?
Yeah, so I was an art psychotherapist for a number of years, and I realized through my own work that sex was becoming more of a topic within therapeutic work.
Okay.
So I didn't feel that I had been trained fully enough in it to have confidence to broach those issues with my clients.
Okay.
I asked other types of therapists what they did, and generally the advice I got was on how to avoid the topic rather than on how to work with it. And I just didn't feel that was good enough.
Okay.
Any good therapist attends therapy during their training as well so that they can work through their own issues. I was bringing sexual issues into my own personal therapy, and my therapists were helping me to avoid the topic. So it seemed to be a thing in Ireland.
Right.
The economic downturn began, and I started to lose work as an art psychotherapist. I happened to come into some money from an injury I'd had in my back.
Okay.
And it all just came together at the same time. You can't train in this work in Ireland.
Yeah.
So I Googled sexology, discovered what it is, because I didn't know, and then Googled the world award-winning course in sexology.
Wow.
And I took off to Western Australia, where
Wow.
I studied and did a master's for 18 months in clinical sexology there.
That's a brave step anyway to take.
It was a great adventure, yeah. Timing was amazing. I mean,
that's the beauty part about it.
Yeah.
You know? Now, bring it back to the sex aspect of things. How best should we be educated about it? Because from what you're saying there, it really makes a lot of sense. Because maybe different vocals are used on it. People are trying to kind of shy away from it. It doesn't need to be used. But in your own terms, you felt like it should be used. It should be. I mean, it's something we all need to be educated about it. So give us more insight about you being the expert in this area. What other areas can we talk about?
well, I mean, there's every area to do with sexuality needs talking about in Ireland in an educated, informed, and mature way. So we can talk about anything, and we're breaking new ground.
Okay.
There isn't comprehensive or reliable education in schools for our children around sexuality. And at the same time, and this goes for all of us, and at the same time, our society is drenched in porn culture and rape culture. So whether we like it or not as adults, our children are being are witnessing this stuff. They have access to it because it's on their phones, on their devices.
Very true. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's not the same as when I was a kid and parents could decide not to teach their kids about sex, or schools could decide and kids just didn't know. Now they're getting a whole lot of education, or what they consider to be education, online, and it isn't education. It is fantasy, and it is made up movies. It's made for middle-aged men who it's their sexual fantasies, but it's the only education people have, so they believe what they see to be real. They act it out. They feel inadequate because they don't look like these people in these movies. There's all sorts of knock-on effects to not providing a reliable education in our schools.
Yeah.